You're listening to CFRN, the Christian Financial Radio Network.
Good afternoon, traders, and welcome back to the CFRN E-mini Futures Cast. This is the daily broadcast of Indeterminate Length, where we discuss all things E-mini, along with some really big ideas on the finer points of trading gold, bonds, crude, sugar, the euro. Joining us today, Mr. Michael Borth. From our trading desk in Chicago, Mr. Burton Schlichter. Now, to get things started, let's go to our host and founder in Studio A, overlooking South Mountain, America's largest city park. Here's Dwayne.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, 18th day of July, 2023. Thanks so much for joining us. Whoever you are, wherever you are, we're just glad to have you right here, right now. We do 2 live broadcasts every trading day. This is our second broadcast of the day. First broadcast is our live training room. That's 2 hours every trading day from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Now, the live training room, of course, is reserved for members only and those who are taking their 1-week free trial. If you've not taken your 1-week free trial, go to mytradingiq.com, scroll down, or actually at the top of the page, there's a button that says 5-day free trial. All you have to do is click that link. It doesn't matter what day of the week or the weekend or hour of the day even, because once you click the link and sign up for the trial, you'll get 5 consecutive trading days, even if it stretches over a weekend. mytradingiq.com, top of the page, 5-day free trial. Tried to make it as simple as possible for you. Now, when the live training room ends at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, we take a 30-minute break and come back for the afternoon broadcast, this broadcast, which is open to the public. That's everybody everywhere on planet Earth with an internet-connected device. There's 2 different ways to join the afternoon broadcast. The best way, go to mytradingiq.com, scroll down to where it says afternoon broadcast, click the link, complete the 30-second registration form, and you're done. Going forward, you'll get an email every trading day, right before the broadcast, about an hour before the broadcast starts. At 12 noon Eastern, all you have to do is click the link in the email, and it will automatically log you into our platform where you have access to the question box. This allows you to ask questions and participate in the discussion. Now, there's going to be days, of course, that you're out of the office, away from the desktop, but you still want to join the broadcast live. And there'll be days where you're just busy and can't join live, but want to watch the broadcast later. We have a solution. It's called our YouTube channel. youtube.com/CFRN. That's all you have to remember, youtube.com/CFRN. Not only do we broadcast live every day on our YouTube channel, but we also archive each and every daily broadcast. Currently, there's over 2,200 daily live broadcasts archived for your educational and viewing pleasure. And if you're new to the world of CFRN, it's a great way to get to know who we really are. Not just today, not just this week, but thanks to YouTube, you can scroll back 6 weeks, 6 months, a year, 2 years, even more, and just pick some days at random. And while you don't have to listen to the entire broadcast, do fast forward to the part where Michael does the recap of the live training room and where I do the recap of the Logic 247 alerts and the Concierge Trade alerts. You'll quickly see there's a thread of connectivity, a thread of continuity that's woven through each and every daily broadcast over many years. youtube.com/CFRN. So we'll open with our daily devotion and prayers we do every day. If you're tuned in via the YouTube channel, you know that the title of today's broadcast is Make Trading Simple, Not Complicated. You know, the trading industrial complex wants to make trading look as complicated as possible so they can sell you more and more and more and more shiny objects. It's a never-ending stream of new things that are the holy grail, and it's going to change your trading forever. The only thing that's going to change your trading forever is to actually learn how to trade. And that's what we do that's a little bit different from what other people do. We actually teach you how to trade. Not a specific market, but any market. Because price flows the same across all markets and all time frames. So we'll talk about that topic here in just a few minutes after our devotional. This week, we're talking about hope that restores what's broken. Our scripture today is Habakkuk 2:12 through 14. And I'll be sharing with you from the Message translation. Who do you think you are? Building a town by murder, a city with crime? Don't you know that God of the angel armies makes sure nothing comes of that but ashes? Makes sure the harder you work at that kind of thing, the less you are. Meanwhile, the earth fills up with awareness of God's glory as the waters cover the sea. So today, the church as the hope. And by the church, we don't mean buildings with stained glass. We mean every believer, all part of God's family. We are the true church. When God gives dominion to humankind over all the earth, it shows that his purpose in creation was to fill the whole earth with his glory. That's why God created humans, to fill the earth with his glory. Which means, therefore, that the promise that the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of God as the waters cover the sea is a promise that the earth will be filled with people carrying the glory of God, affecting all of creation. It's a promise that God's plan of redemption will be successful in bringing people to faith in Christ in every people group, who will in turn affect the entire world. He will indeed make all things new. When we talk about transformation, we are talking about deeply affecting the broken systems in our world. The church, education, business, arts, government, media, social services, sport. This implies the whole church taking the whole gospel to the whole world. Perhaps you've heard the African saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I know you think someone else first stated that, but she was in fact quoting a very old African teaching. Who has the primary influence in our villages? Who gives the village its values and its primary cultural expression? We firmly believe the church, called as an agent of the kingdom of God, is responsible to bring back hope to our cities so that the brokenness can be addressed. Christianity is a comprehensive, life-giving framework of truth that, when embraced, will have a redemptive effect on the culture. Ephesians 1:22 says, "The church you see is not peripheral to the world. The world is peripheral to the church. The church is Christ's body, in which he speaks and acts, by which he fills everything with his presence." Hope is realigning communities to the kingdom. So ask yourself, what role can you play in bringing back hope to your community? Join me in a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you with hearts today filled with gratitude and awe. As we meditate on the words of our scripture today from Habakkuk, we are reminded of your sovereignty and the ultimate triumph of your kingdom. It says, "For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea." Lord, we thank you for the assurance that one day the knowledge of your glory will fill the earth. We long for that day when every heart and every nation will recognize and acknowledge your majesty, your goodness, and your grace. We pray, Lord, for a revival of faith and a widespread awakening where people turn to you in repentance and surrender. Father, we ask that you would ignite a passion within us to share the knowledge of your glory with those around us. Help us to be bold witnesses, shining your light in the darkness and pointing others to the hope found in you. Empower us to live lives that reflect your character, so that through us, others may catch a glimpse of your glory. In a world often filled with despair and brokenness, we pray for your redemptive work to be evident. Bring healing and restoration to hurting hearts and wounded souls. May your love flow like living waters, refreshing and renewing all who come to you. Grant us the wisdom and discernment to discern your glory in the midst of our circumstances. Strengthen our faith, Lord, so that we may trust in your plans and purposes, even when they are beyond our understanding. Help us to anchor our hope in the truth that your glory will prevail and your kingdom will be established forever. We surrender ourselves to your will, Lord, and ask that you use us as vessels for the knowledge of your glory. Mold us and shape us, transform us into instruments of your grace, compassion, and love. It's in Jesus' name that we believe and pray. And everybody said, amen. Amen. Happy Tuesday, guys. I hope it is a happy Tuesday for you, whoever you are, wherever you are. Let me give you the numbers from around the world real quick. Start here in the U.S. with the cash markets, or the indices as they're called. Right now, the Dow is up 355 points. That's a little over 1%. The NASDAQ is up 42 points. The S&P 500 is up 19, and the Russell 2000 is up 20, which is just over 1%. In the Asian markets at the close, the Nikkei posted a gain of 102 points. The Shanghai dropped 11. The Hang Seng fell 398 points, which is a little over 2%. And in the European markets at the close, FTSE up 47, the DAX up 56, the CAC up 27. So that gave us a mixed day in Asia. It was a green day in the UK. And so far, it's a big green Radio Tuesday here in the US of A. So there you have it, the numbers from around the world. So let's talk real quick for a minute about how to make trading simple, not complicated. Making trading simple and less complicated involves adopting a structured approach and focusing on key principles. Here's a few strategies to help you simplify your trading. Number one, start with a clear trading plan. Develop a well-defined trading plan that outlines your goals, risk tolerance, preferred markets, timeframes, and strategies. Having a clear plan helps you stay focused and avoid impulsive decisions. Your plan should include entry and exit criteria, risk management guidelines, and a realistic assessment of your trading capital. Our strategy that our lifetime members learn is all of that. We even have what's called a 24/20 blueprint that helps you write your business plan and your trading plan and gets you prepared to actually start trading real money in the markets. Number two, master a key strategy. Instead of trying to learn and apply numerous trading strategies, just focus on mastering one thing, getting your goal for the day. Over time, this allows you to develop a deep understanding of the strategy and become proficient in applying it. Quality over quantity is key when it comes to trading strategies. That's why we've worked so hard for so many years to make things as simple as we can. Number three, utilize a streamlined set of technical indicators and tools that align with your trading style. With our strategy, whether you're a scalper, a day trader, or a long-term investor, it's the same strategy, it's the same indicators. The only thing that changes is the time frame. And this is really important. Avoid overcrowding your charts with too many indicators, as it can lead to confusion and conflicting signals. Focus on mastering a few key indicators that provide meaningful insights into price action and the prevailing market trend. Number four, learn to implement proper risk management. This is essential to simplify trading and protect your capital. Set appropriate stop-loss orders to limit potential losses and adhere to position sizing principles. Avoid taking excessive risks that can undermine your trading strategy. And once you spend a couple days in the live training room, you'll understand the aggressive risk management that we teach. And today at the top of the hour, 1 hour into this broadcast, for those listening after the fact, we'll actually go live on the TradingView platform and trade live for 30 minutes. That's something we do every day for 2 hours in the live training room, along with teaching you the methodology and the strategy. Before we go live on the TradingView platform, Michael will join us about 45 minutes into the broadcast to give us a recap of everything that happened this morning in the live training room. Number 5, emotions can complicate trading decisions. It's imperative that you learn to maintain emotional discipline by adhering to your trading plan and avoiding impulsive actions based on fear or greed. Develop self-awareness and implement strategies to manage emotions, such as taking regular breaks, practicing mindfulness, or seeking support from a trading community. All of our members are encouraged to read, to reread, and then read again Trading in the Zone by my dearly departed friend Mark Douglas. It is the definitive work on the psychology of trading. Unless you can get your emotions in check, no set of indicators, no strategy will ever work for you long haul if the actions you take are emotionally driven. Focus on quality trade setups. Rather than seeking numerous trade opportunities, focus on identifying just the high-quality trade setups that align with the strategy as we teach it. Quality over quantity allows you to concentrate your efforts on trades with a higher probability of success, reducing unnecessary complexity. Again, the industrial trading complex wants to make it appear very complicated because that means they can sell you an endless array of holy grails and silver bullets that, as you probably know by now, never quite work the way they did in the webinar. That's why we want you to take the free trial, use the platform, use the indicators before you spend a dime. There's no credit card required. We want you to be sure that this very simple strategy, our training environment, and all that we do is right for you. On the trial, you'll have access for 5 consecutive trading days to everything our lifetime members have access to. So at the end of your 5-day free trial, you can make a well-informed and intelligent decision as to whether or not what we do is right for you. Number 7, trading is a continuous learning process. You got to stay on top of when economic reports are coming out, that type of thing. You don't want to trade in front of a big news event because that becomes more like gambling than finding high probability, low risk trade opportunities. Continuously evaluate and refine your trading plan based on your experiences and market observations. Again, the 24/20 blueprint is going to help you write your business plan as well as your trading plan. Simplicity and execution. Number 8. Choose a user-friendly trading platform that provides clear and intuitive trade execution. Avoid complex platforms or features that are unnecessary for your trading strategy. Streamline your trading process to focus on key actions that drive your profitability. And number 9, journal and review your trades. Maintaining a trading journal to record and review your trades will allow you to analyze your successes and failures, identify patterns, and learn from your experiences. Regularly reviewing your journal to refine your approach and eliminate any unnecessary complexities in your trading strategy. I can speak from my own life is I discovered after a painful period of time that 75% of my stop outs happened between 9:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern. Now, that doesn't mean that's going to apply to everybody, but that's what I was able to determine by journaling, reviewing, and I thought, wow, if 75% of my stop outs are happening during a 30-minute period of time, I wonder what would happen if I didn't trade during that one 30-minute period of time. Well, it changed everything for me. Now, Michael and Valerie, they hit the ground running as soon as the Wall Street bell opens. Now, remember, futures trade around the clock. We have traders around the globe. So, for me, that extreme volatility between 9:30 and 10 was costing me money. So, when I removed that from my trading plan, things changed. Simplicity in trading doesn't mean oversimplification. It involves finding a balance between effective analysis, risk management, and emotional discipline. By adopting a structured approach, focusing on key principles, and continuously learning and evolving, you can simplify your trading journey and enhance your chances of long-term success. Trading's not easy, but it can be simple. That's been our tagline since the beginning, and it's still true today. CFRN launched in 2005. Our live training room in its current incarnation goes all the way back to 2008. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, and you don't need 1,000 shiny objects. You simply need to be able to understand what the market is telling you, get your goal for the day, put the mouse away. Let's go to Logic 247. This is our 24/7 around-the-clock E-mini alert service. We're in week 259. Over those 259 weeks, we have now issued over 14,700 individual handcrafted alerts. Since the markets opened Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, we've issued a total of 20 alerts. Still waiting on 5. We've had 15 actionable alerts, of which 1 or 7% would have been stopped out based on not risking more than $300 per contract per trade, less when possible based on market structure, and a simple process we teach all of our passport holders in their unlimited one-on-one mentoring sessions. Now, the logic alerts are based on current price action, but there's time built into each alert to get the alert, study the 30-minute chart so that you see the window of opportunity that the alert represents. And then when price reaches the entry point, you're prepared with your range chart to actually take advantage of the opportunity. Over the last 259 weeks, we've averaged 20% or less of the alerts being stopped out based on that risk profile. Now there's a caveat. Never risk more than the potential profit in a trade. An alert might have, from the entry to the final trade to target, it might offer $1,000 or $2,000 of potential profit, but you should never risk more than $300 per contract per trade. Also, if an alert only has $100 of potential profit or $200 of potential profit, then you should not risk more than the potential profit. Also, an alert might have $1,000 of potential profit, but you know you're going to get out at the initial target, which gives you your goal for the day. If that's your plan as you enter the trade, then your risk should be commensurate with where you plan to take profit. Our original alert service, the concierge trade alerts, they're a little bit different. They don't come out around the clock as opportunity presents. They're published shortly after the Globex open each evening. Today's the Tuesday session until 5 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. Then the markets will go quiet for 1 hour. And then tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, the markets will reopen. And that will be the beginning of the Wednesday session. The CTAs last night were published at 6:30 p.m. We cover all the same markets with the CTAs as we do with the logic alerts. So when this report gets published, as it did last night at 6:30 p.m., what do? Well, number one, you only focus on the markets you actually trade. We'll use the ES as an example. It seems to be the most popular. When this report comes out, the first thing you do is go to your 30-minute chart and make note of where price is at this time. It will always be between these two numbers. Then draw a line in the sand at the long target and a line in the sand at the short target. Those serve as great visual cues to help you stay on the right side of the street. If price gets above the 30-minute BBC, it's attempting to reach the long target. If price gets below the 30-minute BBC, it's attempting to reach the short target. It's that simple. You have to look left to spot any potential obstacles, be they support or resistance, and know how price behaves at a weekly trading zone. Price is always trying to reach a weekly trading zone. We've published the zone since December 14th of 2009. They come out Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. Eastern, and then once published, they're carved in stone for the entire week. Price can only do one of three things: go up, go down, go sideways. As you learn how price behaves around a weekly trading zone, the zones will become one of the most important tools in your trading toolbox. Now, you still have to resist the urge to make it more complicated than what I just explained. As long as you know which way the wind is blowing, it's pretty simple to reach your goal for the day. And we teach you how to do that. Now, for those who are not members or trial members, you didn't get these numbers last night at 6:30. So if you want to grab a screenshot, please do, because we're going to go through each and every one of these markets before the broadcast ends today. We'll start out where we always start out, with the daily chart. Why do we start with the daily chart? Because the institutional traders, the ones who actually move price, look at daily, weekly, and monthly charts the way you and I look at 30-minute charts, 5-minute charts, tick charts, and range charts. We came up against the 24% fib extension 1, 2, 3 days, and now on the fourth day, we've actually moved above it. And we have a new high. And that high is 45.7950. So what we need to do is we need to move that up to capture 79.5, 78.75. That's about as close as you'll get it on a daily chart. Now, these fib retracements go from the October 13th low to the new high put in today. This is not a new all-time historic high, but it is the most recent swing high since October 13th's low. So we knew to expect resistance here, and we did. We got it 1, 2, 3 days. Now that we've broken through the 24, the next fib extension overhead is the 38% fib extension. 46.47 is the price. Above that's the 50% fib extension. 47.21. Institutional traders have fibs on their daily, weekly, and monthly charts. And so when you're able to see what they're seeing, it makes it much simpler to get your goal for the day. Fibs are not proprietary. They're based on 13th century math. You can use the retracement tool to go from that October 13th low to the new high, as we've done. And you can use the fib extension tool, as we've done, to project where the market is most likely to find resistance. Again, we found resistance 1, 2, 3 days at the 24. Now that we've taken out yesterday's high, price will attempt to get to that 38% fib. So we can see that the institutional traders who have accounts denominated in hundreds of millions, billions, and even trillions of dollars, what are they doing today? Well, so far they've been buying. So you might think, I don't trade the S&P, doesn't matter. Whatever market you do trade, or stock, or forex pair, or crypto, or ETF, if you'll spend 2 minutes with the daily chart before you go to your 30-minute chart and your range chart, it will help you identify where the major areas of support and resistance are. Jot those down, then you're ready to go to your 30-minute chart. As you can see, price always reverts to the mean. And in our case, the mean is green, and we call it the BBC. You'll see this line on my 30-minute chart as well as on the daily chart. In fact, all the indicators you see on my daily chart will be the exact same indicators you see on my 30-minute chart. The daily chart helps me see which way the wind's blowing and where important areas of support and resistance are. When price pulls back to the BBC, it holds more often than not. You see it again and again and again. Now, we had a leg and a retracement, a leg and a retracement. Then we had a huge leg. And we started talking about what we're about to do for a retracement. And over a week's time, week and a half, we got it. We bounced, basically putting in a double top right here. We had a slightly higher high right here. Then again, we pulled back to the BBC here. And then we found resistance at blue and climbing. Then we pulled back to the BBC, and the pullback held again. And that fueled this rally up to where we are right now. We go to the 30-minute chart. Now, I mentioned earlier about drawing lines in the sand. Okay? 45.64, 45.37. You can make your line in the sand look any way you want. Okay? But again, it serves as great visual cues. Now, today's Tuesday, Monday, Friday, Thursday. Okay? Now, the new zones came out Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. Eastern. So, on yesterday's broadcast, you were seeing last week's weekly trading zones. because the alerts that come out Sunday night are based on the previous week's zones. But today you're looking at this week's weekly trading zones. And we have one zone overhead on the ES. Last week, we got above the highest weekly trading zone for a day on the ES, or even 2 days maybe. But by close of business on Friday, we were well below the highest weekly zone. So we've got a lot of room to travel here. Now, if we look back at the daily chart, that next fib extension is way up at 46.47. Our highest weekly zone is 46.17. By close of business on Friday, we expect price to close at or below the highest weekly zone, at or above the lowest weekly zone. Okay. Now, as you can see overnight, price basically just consolidated at the zone. Only 3 things happen at a zone. 70% of the time it will be consolidation. 20% of the time it'll be rejection. 10% of the time it will be the slice. But this is what you'll see the majority of the time. Okay. Now, the vertical line separates today from Monday, from Friday, etc. We coiled or consolidated at the zone until the opening bell this morning. And what happened? Price ran right up to the weekly trading zone. I'm sorry, right up to the target. And then it got to the zone. Now we've gotten above the 68.69 zone. And so we want to wait for a pullback or for this high to be taken out before we do any more long trades. We've got lots of room to work with, but we don't know if this is the high of the day or yet. We won't know until the market actually closes today or price takes out this high. But textbook stuff. Consolidation at the zone, and then a run to the target and to the zone overhead. On the Dow, this is where we opened last night, above the BBC. Now when price rallies up to a zone, we expect resistance. When price drops to a zone, we expect support until proven otherwise. The Dow was extremely bullish today. Off the 930 open, it took us all the way to the target, and it took us through the zone. Now, when price slices through a zone like this, what will typically happen is when the move runs out of steam, price will retrace back to the zone it sliced through, and then continue in the direction of the slice. And you'll notice the step line here, that's the black line. See how it's starting to cross over? When it crosses this blue and climbing, I call it red and falling. That's bearish, blue and climbing. The technical term is CFMA1, but I think blue and climbing and red and falling kind of speaks for itself. So when the market opened last night, we had red and falling on the way down to support at the zone. Pull back to the BBC holds more often than not. Now we did take a little move off the open to the downside, which quickly reversed and put us here. And so as this step line crosses over, I'm anticipating a pullback to this zone and the BBC. Price always reverts to the mean. On the Russell, here's where we opened last night, consolidated along the BBC. This one little candle reached down and touched the zone, and then off we go to the target, through the zone, and here you can see that the step line has already crossed blue and climbing. When that happens, see, on the way up, you had the perfect stack. Price, step line, balloon climbing, BBC. But now that that step line has crossed from the left side to the right side of balloon climbing, we now anticipate a pullback to the BBC. By the time it gets there, if we go sideways a little bit, then you may have what we call support times 2. In other words, when price drops to the zone, we expect support. When price drops to the BBC, we expect support. On the NQ, we opened and dropped right to the zone, consolidated, made an attempt at the long target, enough to get your goal for the day. We were trading at that time. Then price got below the BBC and took us all the way down to the short target, and you'll see it found support at the weekly trading zone. Again, when price drops to a zone, we expect support until proven otherwise. And as you can see, when price hit this zone, this was a huge red candle all the way down. But then when the 30-minute candle closed, price had bounced all the way back up to here. Then, during the 11:30 candle, price got above the BBC, hit the target, took out yesterday's high, and now look where it's finding resistance. Support, resistance, support. Okay? Over and over, again and again. We're not teaching you how to trade a specific market. We're teaching you how to trade. Price flows the same across all markets and all time frames. I think Michael's about ready to join us. Here's crude. Went from zone, zone, to zone. And then we hit the target. And then we hit the zone where we found resistance. The zone is 76.85/90. This is 74.45/50. This is 73.85/90. Okay. Same indicators, same everything, every chart. Price opened, pulled back to the BBC, found support, and ran right to the target. Pulled back to the BBC and the weekly zone, and ran to the target. Found resistance at the zone, pulled back to the BBC, got through. There you are. All right, guys, we only have we have 2 more markets. So once we're done with the recap of the live training room, and once we're done with trading on the TradingView platform, I'll come back and we'll cover those last 2 markets. So Michael, you're ready.
All right. I was ready a second ago. What just happened? Here it is. Okay. All right. I am ready. There we go. All right. You should be
Looks
seeing
good.
it right. Great. Okay. I don't know what that message is. All right. Here we're good. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Tuesday, the 18th day of July, 2023. So if you have not taken a free trial with us and you want to, go here to mytradingiq.com. Click on this button right here. If you click on that, it just brings you. That's what happened. There's something going on here. I don't know that it's happening to every button. Yep, it looks like it's happening to every button. Anyway, go to mytradingiq.com to sign up for the free trial. Let me go here and hit refresh on this. All right, that worked. Okay, click on this button and it should bring you to a sign up page. And on that page, if you just fill it out, then come over here and if you're going to bother taking the free trial, you should go here and sign up for the trading platform. Okay, now we're going to be showing you the TradingView platform here. and the trades that I actually take are on the DT Pro platform. So those are the things that I'm going to be showing you right now, but we also have NinjaTrader. You should get the trading platform running in front of you. Now, if it takes you more than 5 minutes to get that platform running in front of you, you need to let us know. All right, email support@cfrn.net or support@mytradingiq.com, and just say I need help setting up my trial, setting up my platform, and we'll help you out. All right, because it should be a very simple process. All the instructions are right there in the videos. But if you can't do it for whatever reason, there might be one setting somewhere or something that's not right. Just let us know, and we'll help you. All right. You should also check out the trade rules in here. These are the rules for every single trade that we take. If I don't follow these rules, then I've made a mistake. Okay, if I don't follow these rules, then I've done something wrong. You can check out these videos so you can see exactly what to expect in the room in the morning. These are videos from the room in the morning, things that I've done live in front of everyone in the room in the morning. Okay, spreadsheet. We had a yellow day today, guys. We were only up 40 bucks. We did have a couple of opportunities where we could have gotten the goal for the day. We had enough in a trade to get the goal for the day, and I bumped my stop to break even, and I didn't lock in the goal. I could have locked in the goal a few times, but I didn't. And then we stopped out on one last trade on the Russell, and that put us down to 40. We were at plus 80, and then we dropped down to 30, I think, and then we went back up to 40. That's how it all came together. But either way, we got a yellow day today. That means we ended positive, but we did not get the goal for the day. So we ended with 5 ticks on the NQ, 8 ticks on the Russell, 10 ticks on the gold, and we stopped out on the ES one time, minus 10 ticks there. Today it took 120 minutes and 22 tries to get the goal for the day, but we didn't. We were only up 280 bucks. And we took a total of 22 trades this morning. So on the month now, we're up $2,515. That's over 11 trading days, averaging $228 per contract per 2-hour trading day. We've now gotten our goal for the day on 131 out of 135 days. This is a 4-day difference in there now. There are 4 days this year we didn't. And we are at now $60,924 on the year, averaging $451 per contract per 2-hour trading day. Now this number here got hurt. This number was $1,821 yesterday, I think, the average hourly wage. If you quit trading when you get your goal for the day and you add 1 contract per month. Because today we added 2 hours onto that. It is what it is. We added 2 hours onto it. So it went from $1,821 down to $1,744 per hour on the year. If you quit trading when you get your goal for the day and you add 1 contract a month. Okay. All right, let's get into what we did and didn't do. On the gold, we had just a trade here on the gold. This one right here. We made 10 ticks profit on that one. It looks like there were a couple other ones in here that we could have done, but I didn't. In here, I was waiting for this one right here, and then I ended up missing it. And then, I mean, any one of these at one point would have gotten us our goal for the day. If I had gotten 2 more ticks on this trade, we'd gotten the goal for the day, but I stopped out with plus 10 ticks on that, and I totally forgot I did that. Jack had to remind me. We had a whole bunch of flat markets right here as we ended the session. The last hour or so was just flat. Going into the break here, you can see that there really wasn't much happening here during the break. I got something set wrong here in my context. Style BBC ribbon. Oh, I see what the problem is. I have BBC right there instead of this. There we go. Anyway, in here as price was going down, it didn't pull back deep enough for me to want to take a trade. All right. And it just didn't give anything else. We had 1 trade today and we got plus 10. The Russell, I'm going to come back to the Russell because that's where almost all our trades were. Let me jump into the ES really quick. We had, well, here, let's do this. We had 1 stop out right here and 1 break-even trade right here. Now, the break-even trade went enough to get the stop to break even. If I had taken 4 ticks or even 2 ticks on that, we would have gotten the goal for the day. But we're seeing these levels here, and it eventually got up to those levels. And then I drew in this leg length that it needed to make, and it did eventually make that leg length. But we didn't take this trade, and if we had taken that trade, what time was that one? That was 11:31. If we had taken that trade right in there, I think, didn't I take that? at 11:31. No, I guess I didn't take it. Well, if I would have taken that, then obviously we would have gotten the goal for the day. If I had waited just a couple more minutes, we would have gotten the goal for the day on that. I waited a couple minutes, I thought, but I guess I didn't take that trade. Anyway, during the break, if you waited for the green arrow, you would have stopped out. Or if you took the black arrow right here, you might have gotten a break-even trade. If you took that one, you would have stopped out, or taken that one, you would have stopped out. And that was it during the break on the ES. Not a whole lot. Now, even the NQ today, which is normally the one that we have the most trades on, we did not have many trades on. Oops, that was over here. Go all the way back here. See all those no trade zones in there today? A ton of them. All right, we started out here. Our very first trade on the NQ was right here. We had a break even on that. Then we picked up 5 ticks on this one. Then we had another break even. Now, every one of those break evens went 8 ticks into profit. If I'd have taken even 4 ticks on one of those break evens, we'd have got a goal for the day today. Another break even right there. Look at all this flatness in here. Another break even right there. Another break even right there. And that was it for the NQ for us. Right, during the break, there was, let's see, at the end of the session, we were watching it right through here. I thought we were looking for something in here on the NQ, and we didn't end up getting anything. 11:35, there was a green arrow right here. No, I wouldn't have taken that. It's a green arrow right here that I probably would have taken right here. It would have stopped me out. I wouldn't have taken that. I might have taken, hang on a second. Hang on. Okay. So during the break, there were some nice trades here on the NQ, none of which I got. Okay. Some really nice trades. I was thinking when the European markets shut down, we'd start getting some nice trades here on the ES, and we did. And that was it. All right. Now we'll get to the Russell. Right. The Russell's where most of our trades were. So let's just jump into that. Okay. Here on the Russell, let me scroll all the way back here. All right, our first trade here on the Russell, we got +1. Then we stopped out, so we're at -9. Then we stopped out again, we're at -19. Then I got a bunch of little trades, a +1 to put us to 18, a +1 to put us to 17, a +1 to put us to 16, then a +10 to put us to 6. Then a break even. Then this was kind of a broken trade right here. I stopped out, but I only stopped out with -7 on that. It messed it up. The automated thing messed it up. And I probably would have, because I entered on a pullback right here, I probably would have gotten some profit out of that if it hadn't done it. But it messed it up, and I was trying to fix it. I got -7 on that. So that put us at -13. Then right here, I got a +17, it looks like, to get me to +4. Then a +12 to get me +16, a +1 to get me to +17. Then I stopped out right there, put me back down to +7. I got 1 tick right there, got me back to +8. And that was it. If we would have traded when the European markets opened up, then there were some nice trades in here during the break, and then it got sideways again. So the markets are pretty messy today. They were tough to trade. And that is what led to my yellow day. All right. Now, I did not put the question box up here. Let me bring it up and see if anybody's asked any questions. I did not see any questions in there. Any of you guys who are in here, if you have any questions about anything, just type them into the question box, okay? So I am going to be jumping into the live stream right now. So if you've not taken a free trial with us and you want to, go here to mytradingiq.com, sign up for the free trial right here. Let me minimize that. Bring this back up. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, sign up for the free trial right here. It still didn't work. There is a problem. This cannot connect to this app at this time. I don't know what's going on with that. But I suspect it's going to go to webinar issue. I don't know for sure. But anyway, click on this, sign up for the free trial. All right. I'm going to jump into the live stream right now. So to do that, I have to minimize that. Click on that. That did not give me the result I was looking for. So let me refresh this page. I don't see any questions coming in, so I guess you guys are just in here to watch the next hour of live trading. Okay, here we go. Now I gotta minimize this so it fits. And come back over here and hit start stream. All right. Here we go. So good afternoon, everyone. If you've not taken a free trial with us and you want to, go to mytradingiq.com, sign up for your free trial right there. Right now, we're going to be getting into the live stream today. The markets were pretty messy today. We had a yellow day today, which means we didn't get our goal for the day, but we did end positive. I did have several opportunities today where I could have got my goal or I should have gotten my goal, but it didn't work out. I didn't take profit when I could have. I just bought my stop to break even instead of taking off some profit on trades. All right, so on the gold right now, we want to see the gold put in a lower swing and then pull back up. You know, a nice lower swing over here would be good. The Russell, we're in a no trade zone. That's what this highlighted area right here is. The ES long-term direction is flat. On the NQ, the long-term direction is flat. So I want to invite anybody who is in here right now to ask about any equities or stocks, forex, anything like that. Any other symbol you wanna trade, because right now, the forex markets just aren't giving anything up. All right, they were very, very slow today, so we did just not give anything up. Also, I know we haven't seen anything yet, but if you do like what you see in here, click the follow button over here, wherever the follow button is, and follow us. All right, you'll be notified whenever we do something like this. Every now and then, we'll give you a look into the room in the morning, like last week, Thursday and Friday. If you were following us, you would have gotten an indication or a notification that we were doing the room live in TradingView as well last week. Okay. Looking over here, and there's some weird things going on. But yeah, I think I'm going to refresh this page right here. Maybe. I don't know. I can't really tell. All right. Well, we don't have any trades coming in right now on anything. We need to get a lower swing here. So the way that the rules for the trade setups are here, if you go to mytradingiq.com, you look at trade rules. The entry rules for the trades, all trades must come after a higher or lower swing, and all trades must be in the long-term trend direction. Okay. So right now, the long-term trend, these outer bands, the only one that's got any direction is the gold. But step one is you must come after a higher or lower swing. We don't really have a lower swing right there. That's what I'm looking for. Dwayne, are you in the live stream right now? Okay, mine's not updating then. Let me just refresh mine and hit reload on it and let me know. I can. Did everything just go blank on you guys? I think it did, right? So let me go here and here and here. Okay, so it all should have just come back. Okay. There, okay. So now I can kind of see what's going on over there, but not really. I'm going to take a look at the NASDAQ. Well, this is the NASDAQ right here. Okay, this is the NQ. I don't know what you want to look at with the NQ. If you want to look at it on a larger time frame, the trader's room, just let me know what you want to look at. But this is what it looks like for us right now. We didn't have, normally we have a ton of trades on the NQ, but we didn't today. During the break, when the European markets closed, it was just the US markets opening up. This is what the NASDAQ looked like. There were a lot of arrows in here, and almost every one of them led to a profitable trade. This one didn't. Okay, that one. This one didn't. So that was during our break between 11:30 and 12. There's 1, So it'd be combined 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 arrows. 7 out of 9 right there lead to really profitable trades. Yeah, see on my end, Dwayne, it's saying that it's still kind of hung up here. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna try something else here on my end, because right now, if anybody's typing anything in, I'm not getting it. Okay, good. Let me hit copy link there and go in here and paste that. We still don't have any trades right now, though. So the NQ is starting to get bullish right here. You see the outer bands right here, the long-term trend. So if you go here to the rules, step number 2, all trades must be in long-term trend direction. So we may get a long trade here. All trades must come after a higher or lower swing. So it's put in a higher swing right now. Long-term trend is bullish. So what we need right now is a pullback. Okay. Did you just lose the screen again? Okay. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, this one, I just opened it up in a different browser, and this one seems to be working just fine. All right. Good. Okay, so right now, the NQ, you want to look at the NQ traders room. You just put in a higher swing. We need that to pull back down. Now, keep in mind that the markets are always doing the same thing. Crap. They're always doing the same thing. They're always going up and down and up and down and up and down like that, right? So what the indicators are giving you is the entry points, right? We want to enter here and exit up here and enter here and exit up here. So right now, the market is up at this point, and we want to know when it gets down to this point, which is what it's doing right here. Okay, we want to know when it gets down there so we can enter for the next leg up. Okay, so that's what the indicators are giving to you right now. That's what we want to see right in here. All right, so the only way we're going to get a trade set up here is for this to get all the way down into the ribbon, or for this to get down into the oversold. That's the only way we're going to get a trade set up. Okay, I don't know if you want to look at anything else on the NASDAQ, but that's what we have going on right here. All right, does anybody else? I mean, I'm willing to go look at any other market or anything that you want to look at right now. We just don't have any trades yet that I'm going to take. We need to put in a lower swing on the gold. We do have a higher swing on the NQ. If the NQ comes around, I'll take the trade there, but it's just not there yet. Okay, it's just not there yet. I'm going to close this. Okay, so now everything should still be going, right, Dwayne? Should be just fine. Okay, yeah, I had it in the Chrome browser, and the Chrome browser was giving me problems. Okay, well then let me click this and this. Okay, well I just brought it off and brought it right back on too. All right, so we're still waiting for the NQ to get all the way down. It's either got to get into the ribbon right here, or it's got to get into the oversold for us to trade. But you can see the long-term trend right here. The outer bands are definitely bullish. All right, we have our higher swing. We need it to pull back now. Okay, that's all we're looking for right now. Yeah, but I when I had on a Chrome browser, it didn't seem to be working right on my end. So I opened it up on Edge, and everything's working fine on Edge. I've actually made that the default browser. All right, so when we pull back, we're almost there. You see how we're in the oversold down here at the bottom now? That black line down there is in the oversold, right down there. What we want to see is that come out of the oversold. What I'd really like to see is it hit the ribbon and come out of the oversold. That would be ideal. Those of you guys who were not in the room this morning, anybody that's in here that's listening that was not in the room this morning, one of the things that I pointed out this morning that I don't think I pointed out in the past is, the green arrow is the highest probability trades. If you get a green arrow and the black is in the green for a long trade, or if you get a green arrow and the black is in the red for a short trade, those tend to be very high probability trades, right? For anyone who is in here watching right now, who is on TradingView, if you have not followed us yet, click the follow button and start following us, and you'll get notified whenever we do one of these rooms. We try to do them every day at 1 o'clock, but some days it just doesn't work out. Even days that we reschedule it for different times, sometimes things happen, it doesn't work out. So you'll be notified as we get updates. Okay. Right now, we want to see it come all the way down and test the ribbon here. All right, I'd like to see that. If we pull out of here, it's going to give us a black arrow right now. Right? Well, black arrow right now isn't the lowest probability trade. You see, it did pull out of there and it gave us a black arrow. It's not the lowest probability trade. It's still, it's still a decent trade. But if it were to pull back a little bit deeper and bounce off the ribbon is actually a level of support that I'd like to see it bounce off of. Okay. So we have to look at and go by that oscillator at the bottom. Also, never been doing that. Only going on the green arrow. Well, the green arrow was created by the oscillator at the bottom. The mixture of the oscillators at the top of the oscillator at the bottom. All the arrows are triggered by the oscillator at the bottom. EF. All right. It has to cross either out of oversold or overbought to get an arrow. You're not going to get an arrow unless it does that. Right. So knowing why you're going to get the green arrow ahead of time, that is pretty useful information to have. Right. So just going on the green arrow is good, but knowing exactly why you should go on the green arrow, knowing when to expect the green arrow to happen, or the black arrow, knowing why they happen, you should learn that. Okay, and that's all right here in the trade rules page. With the slingshot, these two things with the slingshot are going to be the ones with the arrow. All right, without the slingshot, you're not going to have an arrow. With the slingshot, you're going to have an arrow. It's either going to be a green arrow or a black arrow. Okay, that's what it means with the slingshot. Okay, for those of you guys who don't know, the question was, so we have to look at and go by the oscillator at the bottom. He hasn't been doing that. He's only been going on the green arrow. Now, going on the green arrow is okay, but knowing ahead of time when you're going to get the green arrow, or when you're likely to get the green arrow. All right. Your TradingView chart, if you went out to here to trade rules, went down to the bottom right here and clicked on that, then you have the same exact chart that I have right here. Okay. So if your TradingView chart didn't have something, then it's because you didn't check something or you changed something. You see the URL on this 6JU 6ANAIR. That's right here. 6JU NAIR. It's the same chart. When I save it, it's whatever I save it as. So like if I were to be on Google right now on this and I save it, that's what you're going to get there. Okay, so if you go out there and do that right now, yeah, then this is exactly what you're going to have. If I hit save right now, you go out there and then you're going to have that. Okay. That's for anybody that's on TradingView. The only way to get the indicators is to take the free trial. Right? The only way, if you're on TradingView, to get these indicators is to take the free trial. You won't have access to the indicators. You won't find them in here under any of these things. Under community scripts or anything like that. Under invite only is where they will be once you take the free trial and give us your TradingView username. Okay. I clicked on the wrong thing. Let me go back here and click on this. This is what I want to see. All right. Trader's Room, do you have anything else you want to look at? Anything else you feel like looking at right now? You just got to give me a symbol. Okay. Slingshot still can be used in Ninja if you want to use it there. But We're not doing Ninja in this room. This is a TradingView. It's a TradingView live stream. But the slingshot still can be used in Ninja. If you want the Ninja rules, go here to Trade Rules and go down at the bottom. TT Pro and Ninja right down here. Okay. This slingshot is not in Ninja. This is the ultimate slingshot. Okay, that one is not in Ninja. So this black arrow trade over here, if you took that, that worked out really well. You can see it put in a new higher swing. The ES is starting to put in a higher swing as well. These other two markets, the gold, we're looking for that to drop down a little bit further. And the Russell, we want that. It's gone flat. We want it to give us something here. Okay. It hasn't done it yet. All right. Well, it is now 116. 116. I feel like there should be something behind that. I was looking at, but I guess this is good for you guys. So we're starting to get another pullback here. What are you talking about, EF? If you're talking about Ninja Trader, then we'll talk about that later. Okay. You do have access to that. You have to give us your machine ID. The lease is TradingView only, though. The lease is TradingView only. It said that clearly. All right, so this up close right here, this black arrow right now on the NQ is another opportunity for you to go long if you want to. You can go long right here. Now, I wanted to pull back and hit the ribbon and give us something off the ribbon, right? I mean, you can take the trade right here if you want. It's got a black arrow. The black line is in the green, so it's got a really high probability of working out. The last one did work out really well. The slingshot is right here. That's what you get. The slingshot right there. You don't have that on yours? Go out here to Trade Rules. Click on this link right here. Click on that link. Okay, it'll be a copy of this, just like this is right here. Okay, so we're looking for a pullback down here to the ribbon. That's what I was looking for. If I'd have taken the black arrow, I think I might have, if I got in right at 37, did it hit 39? It did. If I'd got in right at 37, it'd give me a break even by now. All right, we need that to pull back down to here. All right, so now it's hit the ribbon. We're oversold and it's hit the ribbon. The black is still in the green right here, so I'm going to look for an up close off of this. Now, it's at 30.25. So the way to do this, I'll bring this over so you can see it. It's at 30.25. 34.25 would be 16 ticks higher. 34.50 would be 17 ticks higher than the low of the bar. Okay, 34.50 is 17 ticks higher than the low of the bar. All right, so what we want to do is see an up close on this bar. And even if it doesn't pull it out of the oversold, it just triggered me in at 34.75. And it's a green arrow, so it did pull out of the oversold. So it's a green arrow. The black line is kind of in the green. Now This should be automated about my stop to break even after I get 8 ticks in profit. Starts out with a 20 tick stop. You see that should be 20 ticks. That right there would be 20. It starts out with a 20 tick stop and has a 30 tick target on it. Okay, right there. So now if it stops me out, it stops me out. But what you would anticipate here is that it's going to get up to the prior swing high at 44. Okay, it did just stop me out, but what you'd anticipate is that's going to get up to the prior swing high here at 44. Now it could still do that. This one didn't. This one just stopped me out, but it could still do that. So let me do this right here and do that and that. Oh, that ended up being a stop out, so that is not going to be blue. Be red. All right, and while that one stopped me out, the gold's got nothing, the Russell's got nothing. The ES is pulled back and testing the ribbon, so the ES could give us a trade here. All right, it's possible. You go here to indicators. You go to invite only scripts and you click on ultimate slingshot. Ultimate slingshot. You should have the ultimate slingshot in there too. If you copied the stuff, EF, like I just showed you to, go here and click on that. It's got copy up here. If you go here to trading platforms, watch this video. It's 3 minutes long. Or here on trade rules, watch this video right here at the very top, first line. It'll tell you all about how to do all that stuff. Okay, all you have to do is go to indicators. It's going to be an invite only scripts. Click on ultimate slingshot. It'll drop it down there for you. Yours will probably have a green line in it. If you want to take the green line out, it's the UC right here. That's the line that you may have in it. Okay, if you want to take that out, then just click on it again and take it out. Okay. Right, the ES is about to give us a trade here. Now this on the ES, I didn't put the order on yet. Let me see. It's going to be 75.50 up to 77.50 is what you're buying on that. Okay, 75.50 up to 77.50. All right. All right. Still no trade here on the NQ. You see the long-term direction has just gone flat. See this pink area right here in the background? That is a no trade zone. Okay, that is a no trade zone. So did you figure that out yet? Yeah. Did you go in here to indicators? Let me know if this is not in here. If you go to invite only, you should have the ultimate slingshot and the context. Those are the things that you should have in there. Okay, let me know if you don't, because that's something we have to fix on our end. But I know you gave us that information, and I am certain that if you got one of them, you got both of them. I'm still looking for the up closer on the ES. The long-term direction is just a little bit bullish. The Russell still got, now it's got a little bit bullish long-term direction and a little bit higher swing, so you can get a trade there on the Russell too. Okay, it's possible to get a trade there on the Russell. Still waiting on the ES. The NQ pulled back too deep. It went in, hit this. Okay, type in. I'm the only one who can see what you type in. Type in your username. Did. Dang. All right. Hang on. Okay. Type in your username, and I'll go check that for you. Okay. check that for you. Yeah. I'll check it for you in a couple of minutes, okay? I got to finish this session right here. I'll check it for you in a couple of minutes, okay? Because under invite only, you should definitely have both things. Invite only scripts, you should have the ultimate slingshot and the context. Okay. Let me go and check on that. All right, Dwayne, is it back yet? If I look at it on my end, everything looks okay. Everything looks normal on my end. Okay, so we're looking for the up closes here on the ES still. The low of this is 75.50. We're looking for the up close at 77.50, and over here on the NQ, the long-term direction is not really giving us any indication of a trade. All right. On the gold, we finally put in a lower swing. I want that to pull back a little bit deeper though before we're going to take a trade there. Okay. Again, if you're watching this and you want to follow us, it doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of opportunity here. We had this one stop out right here. The ES just gave us the up close. Now, the ES hasn't shown the arrow yet, but it's going to. It should show us the arrow. It should give us a green arrow right here because we pulled out of the oversold on the up close. If it doesn't, it's looking at the long-term trend right here and suggesting that the long-term trend is too flat. That's why we're not getting a green arrow. All right, on the NQ, it's flat right here, so we're not going to do anything with that right now. The gold long-term trend is bearish right here. I want to see that pull back after it's giving us that lower swing right now. Let me jump back into the other thing over here and see. Our cave, there's different levels. Yeah, I better get into that with you. All right. So, no green arrow on the ES. I was really thinking it was going to give us one. Okay, so over here on the gold, we do have a lower swing in place. Yeah, we need that to pull back. Over here on the NQ, this one just stopped us out. It never went into profit like we needed it to, and it just stopped us out. It's still not a trade here, though. We want to see some long-term, the long-term trend to be bearish. That's not really bearish there yet. Okay. All right, guys. The gold may pull back and give us something. Traders room. Did you want to look at anything else? I mean, we looked at the NASDAQ, but it's not really giving us any indications right now. We'll go back and look at this right now. See, in that 1.5 hour period, I said they were like from 11:30 to 12, I think. Were all these trades in here, and then you had the one right here that stopped out. That's kind of where we are right now. And trade, stop out. And so now it may change directions right here, but it hasn't done that yet. Okay. The ES didn't give us an arrow. I really thought it was going to give us an arrow there. The gold may pull back and hit the ribbon, but it's going so slow. I don't think that we're going to get any other opportunity there. All right. It's going to pull back up and test that ribbon and then give us an indication. Okay. Oops, I keep clicking on that and I don't mean to. All right. Does anybody want to see anything other than futures? Anybody? Okay, again, the only way to get access to these indicators is to take their free trial. The only way to take the free trial is to go here to mytradingiq.com. Right here is the sign up fee free 5-day training, 9:30 to 11:30. Click on that, and it will bring you to the sign up page. Hopefully, you can sign up for the free trial there. Okay. The ES still hasn't given us a ribbon here. I mean, an arrow or anything like that. It should go up above this prior swing high. The gold now gave us a black arrow because it came out of the overbought. This is a direction change on the black. I mean, on the gold, I'd like to see it hit the ribbon on the direction change. It's a pretty deep pullback. You know, you may still be able to take that trade and be good with it, but I'd like to see a pretty deep pullback on that direction change. The ES now should push up above this prior swing high. It hasn't done it yet. And well, we're out of time, guys. The Russell's about to give us a trade here. The ES should push up. It should give us an arrow there, I think, but it's looking at the long-term trend direction right here. And it's looking at this right here and it's saying there's not enough trend in this to really take a trade right here. That's what it's saying. I know there's not on the NQ. There is on the gold. I would like to see a deeper pullback on the gold to take the trade there. You could take this trade. It should go down here to the prior swing level. If you look at the, actually, if you look at the DOM, 79.5 is what the DOM is saying this wants to go down to. Where is 79.5? It's right here. That's where the DOM is saying this wants to drop to. That's 79.4. Well, one more, 79.5. That's what the DOM is saying it wants to go down to. But alas, we have run out of time. All right, so EF, I'm going to shut down the live stream in TradingView. The one that you're in right now is still going to continue. So everybody that's on TradingView, if you have, I think I just moved that sideways on you. Hang on. If you have not taken a free trial with us, did I move it sideways? I did. If you have not taken a free trial with us and you want to take a free trial, go here to mytradingiq.com, sign up for your free trial right here. It goes from 9:30 to 11:30 every morning Eastern time. And in there we get a bunch of trades. Like today, today we had a bunch of trades, but sadly we didn't get the goal for the day today. We got close. We got very close. I could have had it many times, but I didn't take profit on those trades. It would have given me the goal, making that I was going to get another trade. Okay. All right, I'll go take a peek at that too in just a minute here. Yes, I'll go take a look at that in just a minute. But anyway, this spreadsheet that we fill out right here, guys, we fill this out at the end of every session in the morning, and it goes back over 10 years. So you get to see 10 years of our results. All right, 10 years of our results. Now the gold is starting to move down off that black arrow. The ES is starting to move up off the no arrow, but this is just a ribbon trade here on the ES. But that is starting to move up. And SMCI, you say. Let's do that over here with the NQ. It's MCI. Say all on that. This one right here is on the NASDAQ. Okay, we're not going to look at that because it's $315. We got a couple of things going on here right now, guys. One, the gold trade is working out, so I'm going to bump that stop to break even. I'm going to lock in 5 ticks on it. Right, the ES trade is starting to work out. It's not enough to bump the stop yet. The NQ, I'm not in. I'm going to lock in 10 here on the gold. Okay, so we're out with 10 on the gold. It did hit that number there that I was looking for. It's also gotten down to the prior swing low, which is what you anticipate it's going to do every time. The SMCI, let's get back to this. You see how the no trade zone is covering everything in here? That's because you have to adjust the sensitivity. And with a stock that is at $315 a share, you're not going to want a 16 range. You're going to want something like a dollar range like this. 100 range, that's every bar is $1 with this. Okay, and you probably even want to adjust your sensitivity on this because the sensitivity should only be oops, I mean that in here. Click on that. You only want to disqualify trades when the long-term direction is flat. So this is just a little bit too sensitive. So if I drop that down some, there you go. Now you got some more arrows in there, and you see it's only in no trade zones where the long-term direction gets flat. So you had a short right in here, long in here. Now this is all today, so this is a pretty good active stock for this. The ES started moving too, guys. So we're gonna bump that stop to break even. All right, plus a tick on that. So we got out of the gold with 10 ticks. We stopped out on the NQ. We got plus 1 tick on the ES right now. And while we look at the SMCI right here, it's dropped all the way through the ribbon. You're in a no trade zone on it right now. If you were just taking the green arrow trades, it was one back here, one here, and one over here. This would have been short, long, and long. If you want to take the black arrow trades along with the green arrow trades, well, there were some more opportunities in there as well. You can see. Okay, now let me bring that thing back up and see if there was. Okay, so E-place, that was your question, right? Yeah, this is for day trading it. If you're day trading it, if you are investing in it, then you want to look at this on something else, a much bigger time frame. Okay, like a daily. We're back here. You would have bought way back here on the screen arrow. Okay, and that was on the 27th of June, so a couple of weeks ago. Right. So trading. Okay, so you'd be looking at it on a smaller time frame. In here, just so you understand, in here, you know, with the larger time frame. Yep, and the risk would have had to been down below this prior swing right here. So you would have gone long on the up close of this bar here at 226.5. The risk would have had to been about $15 right there, right? And the initial target would have been right here, about $50. So you'd have been risking about 15 to make about 50. And if you just trailed it up there, then that's on. Well, it depends what you call trading. Okay, day trading is looking at it, you know, in 100 range like this. You jump in here and you're taking $1, you know, a couple bucks every time you can, $1 or $2 every time you can. That's day trading to me. Investing, you're looking at it on monthlies. Just trading, not day trading, not necessarily day trading. You know, you're looking at it on like a daily. Okay, but you could look at it on an hourly. And all the same stuff. Okay. What we do works on everything. Works on everything. I mean, you could look at orange juice, you know, whatever you want to look at, you could look at. And you just got to find the time frame that suits you as an investor. And put this back to the NQ. It was an investor or a trader, whichever one you are. Okay, I got to fix this or I'm going to mess up tomorrow. The inputs need to be at 0.35. 0.35. Okay. All right, so the gold kept going. The ES, we ended up getting that one tick on. The NQ, we did stop out, but it's got another trade right here. The NQ, you could take this right here. If it pops out of the oversold right now, it's going to give you a black arrow on an up close of this bar. Okay. All right, so we've run over a little bit here. I don't mind running over. I just want to say, if you've not taken a free trial with us and you want to, sign up right here. If you're taking the free trial, there's the black arrow on the up close that I was just talking about. If you're taking the free trial and you're not trading futures, then you really want to get with us to go over what you should really do, how to set things up for yourself for whatever market it is that you are trading. Okay. And you know, that's all part of the trial. All right. So again, sign up for the free trial. The only way to get the indicators is to sign up for the free trial. With that, I'm going to wrap up the live stream. EF, just give me a minute. I'll check on that thing for you. All right. Stop the stream. Okay. All right, Dwayne, I can now pass back out to fabulous Phoenix, Arizona, in Studio A overlooking South Mountain, America's largest city park.
All righty.
Okay, and the conversation is continued over there with ePlace. Okay, and EF, I am going to check that for you right now and see the ultimate slingshot. Let's make sure that you are in here like you should be. Ah, I see what happened there. I see what happened there. Okay, I know how to fix that. Okay, EF, you are good right now. Expired on you. But you should be all set with that now. Okay. You should have that. The Should have the ultimate slingshot available to you right now. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready. Yeah, I passed it back to you, so you just gotta. Yeah, I see it. You got it.
Yeah, I got
You
it.
have it. And today I had a yellow day.
You had a yellow day, yeah. I knew that, yeah.
Okay.
But, guys, that's the truth about trading. Some days, one trade, put the mouse away. Other days, it takes longer. The key to becoming a consistently profitable trader is to trade until you get your goal for the day. And you don't trade real money until you first put together 10 consecutive days in a row in your demo account. Not to prove anything to us, but to prove to yourself that you understand the methodology and the strategy, the indicators, so that only then should you consider putting live money, real money, on the line in live markets. There's no shame in trading in your demo account to make sure you understand the methodology and the strategy. Okay. All right, Michael. Good job, my friend.
All right. Thank you.
And we'll pick up where we left off. We were looking at gold. And remember I said when the step line crosses blue and climbing, that tells us price is going to attempt to pull back to the BBC. And you see this high, and it's lined right up with the BBC. That's the most excellent spot for it to pull back to, find support, and give us another leg to the upside. Silver, same thing. Now remember, when price rallies up to a zone, we expect resistance. When price drops to a zone, we expect support. Resistance, support, resistance. Now, the step line has crossed. We're pulling back to the BBC. If it holds, then we'll have an opportunity to the upside. If the pullback doesn't hold, now the pullback holds more often than not, but in this case, if it doesn't hold, then we'll have an opportunity to trade down to the target and to the zone below. And on the euro, here's where the market opened last night. Ran up to the long target, pulled back to the zone, ran back to the target, pulled back to the BBC and the zone, ran to the target and the zone overhead. See, resistance, resistance. When price rallies up to a zone, expect resistance. When it drops to a zone, expect support. Even though this spiked it, look where it closed, right at the zone. And now we've come down and hit the short target. So we may very well see the low that was put in yesterday at this zone. Again, the zones are issued Monday morning at 6:15 a.m. Eastern to all members and all trial members. Once they're published, they're carved in stone for the entire week. We've published them since December 14th of 2009. As you learn how to use them, they will become one of the most important tools in your trading toolbox. And as a lifetime member, you'll have lifetime access to the weekly zones. 9 out of 10 new traders fail because they don't have someone to teach them how to do the job. The same would probably be true of attorneys and doctors, plumbers and electricians, auto mechanics, and carpenters. Everyone needs someone to teach them how to do the job. whether it's in a trade school or a professor in a university or on-the-job training. You need somebody to teach you how to do a specific job. And that's what we do 2 hours a day, from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern, every trading day. As a lifetime member, you also have access not only to the room, but unlimited one-on-one private mentoring. The strategy that you learn is fluid across all markets, all time frames, futures, stocks, crypto, forex, ETFs. As a passport holder, you own the indicator set for life. As a passport holder, you receive the Logic 247 alerts and the concierge trade alerts, which we covered earlier in the broadcast. If you missed the first part of the broadcast, about an hour after we end this broadcast, you can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CFRN, and today's broadcast will be archived and waiting for you. It truly is everything a trader needs, all under one roof, at one low price. There's no secret. Okay, the only secret to the markets is you have to learn how to trade. And again, that's kind of where we differ from so much of the stuff you see out there on the internet. Trade calling rooms, shiny objects. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You've been down that road, you've been beat up, blown up. Doesn't have to be that way. Take the trial. Ask lots of questions. We provide around-the-clock support to our members and even our trial members. So, if you're serious about learning how to trade for a living, not only take the trial, but show up and participate. If I don't see you in the trial discussion group in Telegram, our messaging app, then I know you're not serious about learning how to trade. Because if you are, you'd be in there asking questions. It's really that simple. eminifuturestrading.com. Go there, get your passport. If you have questions, call Valerie at 949-42-EMINI or send an email to support@cfrn.net. Good word for the day. Intimacy versus activity. Luke 10:42. But one thing is necessary. Mary has made the right choice, and it will not be taken away from her. When Jesus visited the home of Mary and Martha, their individual responses to him were very different. Martha's focus was on the meal. Her aim was to please Jesus, but she made a common mistake. Her work became more important than her Lord. What began as a serving experience became a self-serving. To Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but one thing is necessary. Mary has made the right choice, and it will not be taken away from her. And what had Mary chosen? Intimacy with Jesus. The danger of religious activity is that sometimes it's designed to make us feel good about ourselves and look good in front of others. Choosing activity over intimacy also happens to people who love the Lord and aren't necessarily involved in church work. It's amazing how many bright, successful people reach the point of burnout because they have neglected their relationship with God. They never intended to. It's just that they have learned to make it on their own and haven't been forced to rely on Him. Or they have bought into a religious compartmentalization of God. like he is just another weekly appointment on Sunday mornings. The fact that Jesus chose intimacy over activity teaches us a very important lesson. Until you put your relationship with God at the center of your life, you will struggle to find your true purpose, enjoy the fruit of your labors, and experience God's peace and joy. That's our good word for the day. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whoever you are, wherever you are, may God continue to richly bless you with His mercy and with His grace. And I'll see you at the bell.
Remember this, there is no greater return on investment than to see a human life changed and given hope. As always, pray hard and trade safe. Any financial information discussed on this show is simply the opinion of our host, Dwayne Reeves, his co-hosts, and guests. To learn more about trading E-mini futures or to take a 1-week free trial in our live trading room, call 1-866-928-3310. 866-928-3310. Information discussed on this radio program should not be construed as a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Always do your own due diligence and consult with a licensed securities broker or financial planner before making any investment decision.